Hey everyone, I was listening to a call the other day on the Think and Grow Rich call with Paul Hutchings. It's every weekday morning from 6 a.m. to about 7 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And I'll put a link on here, put the number up here before into the video. But the call that day was, Paul was talking about Armistice Day 1918, the end of World War I, the war to end all wars, as it was known. It was a bloody, horrible war, a horrific war of maiming, gas warfare, mustard gas, all kinds of things that just were horrendous. We would have hoped that it would have been the war to end all wars, but obviously we haven't learned anything yet. But what he was talking about that morning was how when the peace accord was struck in Europe, before the message could reach the United States, a phenomenon happened in the United States where people came out of their homes that morning and they sensed something different, something good had happened, something that was different than they'd ever felt before. And people were walking outside and finding other people feeling the same thing as they walked around. Now keep in mind, at this time, there were no television satellites, there were no cable networks, there were no radios, there was no internet. Telephone had been invented, but it was a very infantile state, and long distance was barely even functional, much less transatlantic communication. So there was no way this message could have reached the United States by the time these people felt this. And what Paul suggested was that when that accord was reached, there was a wave of peace that went out from there, a wave of a good vibration that came out and emanated across the universe, across the entire scope of the face of the earth, and it touched people around the globe. And likewise, he was talking about in a workplace, how a negative person in a workplace can bring the whole workplace down just by his negative impact, by his negative words, his negative actions, his gossiping, his backbiting, whatever. And so I want to challenge you to join me in a new wave of sending out positive ripples. Let's send out something that will go out and affect our little metron, our little sphere of influence, in a positive way, and then affect our neighborhoods in a positive way, and then affect our city, and then maybe our state, and then our country, and finally the entire world. You have at your fingertips the ability to do that through the internet, with Facebook and all the social media things where you can contact people and talk with people and interact with people. But also you can do it on this call, the Think and Grow Rich call. Join us. Here's the number right here. Call this number and put in this access code. And you can come on, you can listen, you can just be a fly on the wall, or there's a time for a masterminding session toward the middle to the end of the hour, where Paul opens it up and you just press *6 and you come out and you can share your mind, you can share your heart, you can share your positive vibes with people. So it's a non-company specific call. There's no companies mentioned, and it's just people with good ideas and that care about each other and get to know each other and share good things, and you can just reap benefits from it. So why don't you join us Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Think and Grow Rich call with Paul Hutchings. Join us, and we'll see you on the other side.